Long ago, in the rolling hills of southern Africa, where the wind sings across the grasslands and the sun kisses the earth with golden warmth, there lived a young woman whose beauty was carved by nature herself. Her name was Sarah Baartman. But before the world knew her name, she was simply Sarah, a daughter of the Khoikhoi people. A woman who laughed loudly, worked hard, and walked proudly under the African sky. This is her story. A story carried by the wind. A story whispered by the ancestors. A story we must never forget. In her village, Sarah was loved. Her people admired her wide hips and full body. For in Africa, such beauty meant strength, fertility, and the gift of womanhood. Her body was not a joke. It was not a show. It was a blessing. Children ran around her. Women braided her hair. Men greeted her with respect. But far away, across the deep blue ocean, strangers watched Africa with hungry eyes. One day, a man from Europe arrived. He smiled too much. He talked too sweetly. He promised Sarah a better life. Wealth, work, and wonder in a land far away, he said. But the ancestors felt the wind shift. Something was wrong. Still, Sarah was young. She wanted more than life in her small village. So she agreed to travel, not knowing she was walking into a cage made of lies. The ship was cold. The sea was angry. And Sarah's heart beat with fear. When she reached Europe, the truth hit her like thunder. She was not brought to work. She was brought to be displayed, to be stared at, to be mocked, to be treated like a strange animal instead of a woman. They called her the Hottentot Venus, a name filled with cruelty, a name that stripped away her dignity. Crowds paid money just to look at her body. Scientists pinched her skin. Men laughed. Women whispered. They did not see the woman inside, they did not hear her heart cry. They did not care about her dreams. Sarah stood there, lonely in a foreign land, while the world stared at her like she was not human. But inside her, the spirit of Africa still burned. Years passed. Her health failed. Her hope faded. One cold European night, the ancestors reached out their hands, and Sarah Baartman took her last breath. But her pain did not end there. Even in death, they displayed her body. A final act of disrespect. The world had taken everything from her, except her spirit. But ancestors do not sleep. The earth does not forget. And justice walks slowly, but surely. Many years later, the world finally understood her suffering. Her remains were returned to Africa, back to the land of her birth, back to the soil that loved her, back to the people who remembered her as human. She was laid to rest, with honor, with tears, with dignity. Sarah Baartman's story is not just history. It is a reminder of what was taken, a reminder of what must never happen again, a reminder that every African woman deserves respect, not because of her body, but because she is human, because she is powerful, because she is enough. And today, as the wind blows across Africa, her name still travels with it. Sarah Baartman, the woman they tried to break, but whose spirit still rises.